Hey all, how you doing out there? Just wanted to talk to you about prepping one of our bodies for paint, getting a good base coat down. It's really simple, so let's get to it. I don't do much on the body prep. They're pretty good, but need a little bit. I'm just using 2000 grit, 1500, and just don't need a lot. There's a few small swirls, everything in. Nothing's perfect, but nothing you can't sand out, and this is part of the body prep for me. Yeah, nice and smooth. Now I'll get done with this, and lukewarm, not hot water. It is resin after all. Just some lukewarm water, soft bristle brush, maybe a little bit of Dawn, just to clean up all the residue, make sure it's clean. But good wet sanding like this, bump that. Get this surface just as smooth as possible, which most of you do for any other old model kit. But yeah, it's looking good. Man, I like this old car. It's gonna be cool. Anyway, that's my prep. So 2000 grit or 1500, you pick your own brand. Just a little bit of water. Yeah, you'll get it right. All right, time for a little cleanup. While I scrub that up, I've got my paints here, the primer I'm going to use in a cup with some warm water to heat the can up a little bit. It's a little cold in the basement, and it does help to warm up those cans like that. Here, just some lukewarm water, not hot, not freezing cold, just room temperature, a little brush, and of course, I just used a little bit of Dawn, not very much, couple drops, and just your basic cleanup. Easy as it gets. Just good scrub all the way around. Then we'll give it a nice rinse and we'll pat it dry. And that should hopefully tell you nice and smooth, really smooth. You're good to go. Yep. Like I said, it's going to make a great stock car. So that's about as simple as prep as it gets. Now get it in some primer. And I usually don't get too heavy-handed. Just a little bit. And of course, once you do this, you can go back over it again with some 2000 grit if you want to. I recommend it. I always do. Some people don't. But I think 2000 grit wet sand make for a great surface. Yeah. Looks good to me. So it is really smooth. Primer laid down really well. When it's nice and warm like that, everything just flows easier. So you don't have to wet sand it again, but I always do. So I'm just going to go over it very lightly with the 2000 grit again, not with a lot of pressure, just a little bit, just kind of dragging it over the surface like that, no pressure, just making sure it's super smooth, just like that. Man, you run your finger across it, well, you can tell. So that's about as far as I'm going to go. It'll get cleaned up again, just rinsed off, then we'll throw some base coat on it. It's just a base coat, going with enamel, antique white. I've got an idea for a scheme, so we'll just see how this lays down. And there we go. I gave it a third coat. Came out really well. This is just my base color. We're going to add another color, but with this enamel, I'm not in that big a hurry. It'll sit 24 hours. Make sure it completely cures and dries. But just talking about the body prep, it's just simple. It's like any other model kit. Take your time, and you know what they say, a good foundation, right? Anyway, resins, they're easy to work with. Like any other material, just take your time. Hopefully this helps you a little bit, maybe motivate you. Look forward to seeing some of your builds out there too. You know the deal. We'll see you guys online. Take care.